I've been looking over your plan and reading and rereading your post on the Home Talk, and I don't get it. I'm sorry. I don't get your original post. I don't see anything wrong. I'm sure there are some wrongnesses I could find. But looking at this, it looks perfectly fine. Looks like to me like you did a good job. This window here, nobody's going to build a window like that. And usually windows at this height are going to be either fixed or they're going to be a different window type so they can be open and closed from the ground, and not near this large. I would recommend that. Let's see, make that 36 inches wide, something like that. Well, let's see what this one is. 67. That's kind of an odd width. I'll go 60. Whoops. And we'll make the thing fixed, because that's more likely what it actually would be used. Change that to fixed. That's just in my opinion. I'm no big authority. Take that and copy it. So that's just one thing that stuck out for me. Those windows were a little bit unrealistically sized and typed. I'm not quite sure what you were complaining about the walls, but you can click on them in a camera view, and you can see that that's a room selection. Hit the tab key, and there's a wall polyline, and it's adjustable. When they need adjusting, you can adjust them. And if you mess it up, whoops, you double click on the wall. Need the tab key. There we go. I'm missing my edit toolbar for some reason. Not sure. Let me fix that. This is not related to your thing. It's just my toolbars have gone missing. I'm going to go over here to configurations, default, switch to. I still don't see the edit toolbar. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. I'm going to click over here, edit. Nah, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm sorry this came up. This is kind of I don't use Pro all the time, and I just noticed that some of the toolbars are missing. Space planning, terrain, no. Oh, hang on a second. I'm going to close this down. Whenever something weird happens, it's always a good idea to just save your work and close, then open it again. Sometimes that cures the minor annoying problems. Okay, there's a plan. When I click on something, there it is. Now it's back. There's the edit toolbar. When I clicked on this wall, you can see here that it's out of alignment with the wall above. Now, I wonder why you use this kind of wall type, which is siding 6, but for this wall you used a different wall type, which is interior 5. That's kind of an odd choice. Well, I think that's kind of problematic there, and that's probably why the walls don't line up. Let's see what wall this is. Below, probably, I don't know, it looks like the same wall type. No, okay, it's different. Okay. I would say to take this wall here and switch it to the same exterior wall type you're using for the others, which was I assume would be siding 6. They'll just match up better. This wall here doesn't matter. It's probably an auto-generated wall anyway. You see. No, it doesn't appear well. Yeah, when you see a wall that's already checked, attic wall, no room to find, no locate, then the software automatically created it. Okay, let's see if that did anything. I'm not quite sure if there's anything there to fix, but it just seems a little... this just means that you've used some texture files that I don't have on my computer. It's no big deal. Oh, it looks fine. I don't think there's anything. There wasn't a big problem in the first place, but Eric was talking about dragging. And so you click on a roof plane, and it's got move handles where you can reshape it and so forth. Sometimes that's necessary. I don't see anything like that's necessary here. Click on that roof plane, so you can select windows and doors. And oh yeah, you're talking about. I did notice that these windows are all different. See how this, the trim on this one's a different color? Well, that comes from over here in window defaults. I just double click there to go to defaults, and it's got this dark stuff on it. And the easy way to fix that is go to edit default settings windows, or I can do it to go this way, edit default settings window, same thing, and go to materials. And we'll set the sash. See, the sash is this dark color. There's nothing wrong with that if you chose it. And we'll just make it, I think, Snow White, half fairy tale. So now that's the default color. When I click OK, when I click Done, see, now they're all Snow White, and they all match. But I don't think that had anything to do with trouble with walls. I noticed. Let me go to Plan View. In Plan View. Go down to the first floor. I did notice that you had some of the trims turned off, like this one here. See, there's casing on the inside, but not on the outside, and that's because you have it turned off. You go to the casing tab, and you got. Oh, I see what you were saying, that the wall seemed to be confused at the interior. Yeah, you got exterior turned on. But obviously interior casing is showing. Well, so what? Just turn it on the outside if you don't want it on the... The software is quite elegantly made and so forth, but it's also capable of becoming confused mechanically. And I think that's all you're looking at here. I see this real commonly with new users. Eric was talking about starting over, but that would only do you any good if you learned your mistakes that you made that caused this in the first place. And the software is designed to be used a particular way, and when you don't use it that way and make wrong guesses and so forth, those wrong guesses tend to accumulate and cause really odd and sometimes unwanted behavior in the software. And it's unfortunate, but it's you know, learning how to use the software comes over time. Like, you've done the same thing here. You probably go to the casing tab. Yeah, okay, here the exterior casing is on and it's on the outside. We can just turn it on the inside and have it on both sides. I don't know what the big deal is. Even though the software is obviously confused as to which is the inside and which is the outside, you still have control. You can still choose to put the casing on the inside or the outside. See, like the casing's missing over here on these doors. I'm going to shift select those two. Open them both at the same time. Go to the casing tab. Yeah, you got the exterior on and exterior is on. So I guess that was a little confusing, but it's not important. It really isn't. The software does things that sometimes seems inexplicable, and my advice is just to you have a job that you're trying to do. You have a building you're trying to create, and you get it created, and leave the eccentricities to to the tech support to put into future patches and bug fixes and so forth. I mean, that's my advice. If you expect perfection, then you're going to be continually disappointed. I just turned on a dollhouse overview camera, but it's got everything turned on. I'm going to turn the show lower floors off. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong with this model. It looks like to me you did a good job. I don't see any major problems with it. It's not perfect, but few of these things are. Go down to the basement. I think you did a fine job, and I don't quite understand what the problem is. And perhaps what you perceive as a problem is just a matter of getting used to the software and its eccentricities. And it does have some. It's so sophisticated that it's not that hard to mess it up. But it's also so resilient that there's more than one way to get something done or fix things. Like there's a gap in a wall. See, I click on that wall polyline and it's kind of goofy looking, sticking up over here, but if you deselect it, it looks fine. I can force it probably into goop. Well, no, it's not even letting me force it. You know what I did I'm just showing you that these wall polylines can be adjusted at need. And why is the wall shaped like that? I have no idea, and I don't care. Why is that wall polyline overlapping some? And you know, I don't care. As long as when it's not selected and it looks like that, and that's how you want the building built. To me, well, move on to something else. Move on to something more important, and get your job finished. That's a funny looking door. What's wrong with that door? Oh, it's just a doorway, I get it. Or it's a garage door that's been, shown open. I got it, okay. All right. I just don't see anything wrong. I think you should be validated. You did a good job. I don't know why you posted and why you're asking questions, because to me, you've got a good product here. And if you could give this to an architect or to a builder, and he could give you an estimate and go build the thing. And that's what this software is for. Perfection it's not for. It's for communicating to other building professionals and getting things created and built. Okay, that's all I got to say. Hopefully this was useful to you. I'm sorry if I missed the point, but in any rate, have a good day.